My name is Joen and today I'm going to discuss to you about IMG membership orientation, and I hope that you will understand everything today that I'll be discussing. A lot of people always ask me about IMG, what is IMG about? You know, about 21 years ago in my life, someone talked to me about a company I never heard before in my life. And I also listened to a person that I never met before in my life. But my life changed because of that particular event. And today I'll be able to show to you what I've learned, and hopefully I'll have a chance to also change your life with this particular presentation. You know, it's a changing life, it's a challenging future. A lot of people, usually nowadays, if you heard of the word layoffs, they just say it in a better way. They no longer call it layoff. They now call it early retirement. They now call it redundancy. But at the end of the day, people lose their job. And a lot of people do not understand they work pretty hard and yet they can lose their job. Why do people lose their job? Well, there's different reasons, but one is because of modern science. You know, nowadays, before, you need about 20 to 30 people to work in one firm, and because of modern computer, you only need one computer to handle one accounting firm. And long time ago, you'd have a lot of people manufacture cars, but nowadays you now have robotics. You also have people that used to answer phone calls, but nowadays you'll have computers that answers phone calls. So people sometimes losing their job, not because they don't know their job, but simply because of modern science. There are a lot of reasons why people lose their job, but you want to make sure that the future is very challenging, and you need to understand and you need to prepare. You need to take control of your future. If you want to become wealthy, you cannot expect your employer to make you wealthy. You cannot expect the company you're working to become wealthy. You cannot expect to that your friend will make you wealthy. If you want to become wealthy, you want to make sure you do it yourself. Nowadays, the number one term nowadays is what you call DIY, do it yourself. If you want to become successful, do it yourself. If you want to become wealthy, you do it yourself. If you want to save or you want to have protection, you got to do it yourself. IMG is here to teach you how to do it, but at the end of the day, if you want to get things done, you want to make sure you learn how to do it yourself. You know, if you want to make sure that you handle your money properly, you got to become your own money manager. You know, learn how to become your own money manager so that you can handle your funds properly. And you got to learn how money works. A lot of people, they know how to work for the money, but a lot of people don't let money work for them. There has always been, a lot of people ask me, Joen, what do you mean by letting money work for you? You know, I've always seen a lot of wealthy people, they don't really work so hard, but yet they make a lot of money. And I see a lot of people struggle. They work so hard to make money, but they struggle with their money. Why? What's the big difference? Well, some people, they know how to let money work for them, and some people, they keep working for the money. You know, if you want to let money work for you, you need to learn how to understand how money works. And it is possible that you can let money work for you. It's just you need to have the proper education. And basically what we're really talking here is that it's good when money is working for you. Why? Because when money is working for you, money will always continue to work even if you're not doing anything, or even during Christmas time or even New Year. Your money will continue to earn and will continue to earn interest and give you continuous income. However, it's only one thing. You know, money will never work for you if you don't have any. And how will money work for you how will you let money work for you? You need to have enough savings, and you have to make sure you do it yourself so that you can save properly. I want to share to you how to build a strong financial foundation. You know, how to build a financial foundation. You must have proper protection. You must manage your debt, remove your debts, and then you must have emergency fund, at the same time have investment. But who will do this for you? Again, let me teach you the word DIY, do it yourself. We will guide you, but you got to learn how to do it yourself. You know, it is an era of do-it-yourself. People now are understanding about everything is done by doing it yourself. Example, if you want to go in a good vacation, you now just go to the computer and you do it yourself and you'll have a good vacation. When you check into the airline, the airport, most of the time anywhere in the world when you get in, you no longer just go in and check in with a person. You just face a machine and basically you do it yourself. And then you now have your own seat number and you'll be able to fly. You go to a grocery all over the world nowadays, you're going to go shop, and then when you get out, you check out yourself. And again, you do it yourself and pay with your credit card, and you do it yourself. So nowadays, if you want to become successful, you want to learn about the financial industry, you want to become wealthy, you got to learn financial education, and then you do it yourself. IMG is a new concept in the financial industry that assess people who want to help themselves in building their financial foundation. Thousands and thousands of people from all walks of life across the globe have benefited from International Marketing Group platform, which is what is IMG is all about. It's to teach you and guide you how to be able to become successful in the financial industry. You know, we say, if you can learn and earn in the financial industry, that would be IMG. I want to share to you how money works. Because if you want to let money work for you, you need to understand how money works. And today, I'm going to teach you how money works. Something that I learned many years back has changed my life and become wealthy. If you will listen to what I will tell you today, most likely and apply it, your life will change. And you will start to learn how to become wealthy and do it yourself. The first part is what I want to share to you, is what we call the X curve. And let me further explain this. Let me show you another slide. In this slide, you will see that there is a curve, two curves. One is blue and one is red. The blue line is what we call the money line, or the law of creating wealth. It says that when we are young, most of the time, when most young people do not have savings, so our savings is low. But as we go older, basically, the blue line starts to go up. So as you get older, the blue line, the money line, you keep saving, the blue line will go up. And the other line is the red line that I'm showing you right now that you can see in the screen. The red line is basically what we call the law of decreasing responsibility, or that when you are young, your responsibility is very high, so the red line is high when you are young. What are the responsibility? Of course, you have bills to pay. Your kids are young. You send kids to school. You have an income that you have to make sure to pay for all the other bills that you have. So your responsibility is very high. But as you get older and you keep paying for your debts, you keep paying for your loan, technically your responsibility will go down. Your child is going to go to college and graduate, so responsibility will also go down. You pay off your bills, so responsibility will go down. So the concept about the right financial foundation is that when you are young, you'll have little money and a lot of responsibility. As you get older, you let your money go up and your responsibility go down, so that it will look like an X. It intersects with each other. And when that intersection starts to intersect, your life will start to change. Why? Because now your income now is higher than your responsibility. And as you get older, there will come a time that you will now let your money, your money is high and your responsibility is very low, that you can now say that for the past 10 years, I work for the money, or for the past 20 years, you work for the money, but as you get old, you can now tell money, now money, you can work for me. Now, it's nice to become the boss of money because you can continue to earn even if you don't know, if you don't work anymore. But it will never happen if you don't let the blue line, the money line, go up. A problem with most of us is because we do not know that we need the curve to intersect. As we get older, we borrow more money. So when we borrow more money, the red line will not go down. It will go up. And we forget to save. So the blue line will not go up but go down. So the red line will go up and the blue line will go down. It will not intersect. And when these two lines will not intersect, then you cannot attain your financial freedom. So if you really understand the financial foundation, it's very simple. You just have to work hard to make the blue line and the red line intersect so that the blue line, the money line, will go up and the red line will go down. Now, you would ask me, Joen, how do we make the blue line go up? Of course, you need to understand compounding interest. Compounding interest is something very important, and I will share to you how do wealthy people become wealthy, because they let their money compound properly. Okay, so on the next slide, I will show you, it's what we call the compound interest. And a lot of people think it's very complicated to understand compound interest. And I'd like you to understand today that compound interest is not complicated. It's very simple. You can compute compound interest through computer. You can compute compound interest to calculator. Or you can use what we call rule of 72 to understand compound interest. And for us, the simplest way is just to understand using rule of 72 to understand compound interest. But before I teach you about compound interest, I like to read this quote about what Albert Einstein called compound interest. Albert Einstein called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world and mankind's greatest invention because it is the mightiest force ever unleashed for amassing wealth. It means to say, if you understand compound interest, you can let this work for you and you can create wealth. So how does compound interest work? Let's use the rule of 72. It says that you divide 72 by the interest rate, it will create the number of when your money will double. So 72 divided by the interest rate equals the number of years your money will double. Let me repeat this because sometimes it's very confusing. And a lot of people think it's very difficult, but it's not difficult. All right? Let me get back to this. 72 you divide by the interest rate will equal the number of years your money will double. Because every time you save, the first thing you would want to know is, when will my money double? Because if you don't know when your money will double, why would you save? So do you know when your money will double? And I ask a lot of people, when will your money double? And a lot of people say, oh, my money will double in 5 years. Oh, my money will double in 7 years. Or my money will double in 8 years. But in reality, they don't really know because they don't understand the compound interest. And when they realize when their money will double, they sometimes get shocked. So if you want to know when your money will double, it's very simple. Right? And I hope you will listen to me today. It's how to know when your money is double. 72 divided by the interest rate, whatever rate it is, will give you the number of years it takes your money to double. So if you have a rate of return right now in your financial institution of 1%, so you divide 72 by 1%, use your calculator, go ahead, 72 divided by 1% is equal to 72 years before your money will double. So let's just say you have 1,000 pesos, right? And you start to save. And let us say you are age 30 years old today. Now, if you're listening and you're age 50 already, maybe you can pretend to be age 30 today so that you can compute easier. So let's pretend you're age 30 today and you put your money, your 1,000 pesos in a financial institution at 1%. So 72 divided by 1%, it will take 72 years before your 1,000 pesos becomes 2,000. That's what compound interest is. And so let's just say you're age 30, you add 72 years, you will be 102 years old, right? So your 1,000 pesos becomes 2,000 pesos when you become 102 years old, right? Exciting? No. It's sad, right? The problem is, if that's the interest rate you're earning, that's what you're going to get. So let's pretend that in this, what do you call this? In this illustration, you will see the red here is earning 4%. So if you see the red here earning at 4% and you're age 29, yeah, if you were to know when your money will double, you have to divide 72 by 4%. And that will double every 18 years. Let me repeat it. 72 divided by 4% will give you 18 years. So at age 29 in our illustration, and you have 100,000 pesos, after 18 years, you'll be age 47, it becomes 200,000. Right? Simple. And at age 65, another 18 years, your 200,000 will now become 400,000. That is what we call compound interest. Right? Now, what if, for some reason, you found a rate that is double the 4%, and the rate now becomes 8%. So when the rate now becomes 8%, when will your money double? Again, you divide 72 by 8%, will give you 9 years to double. Now, see, I say, you now know what to do, right? 72 divided by 8% will give you 9 years to double. So, again, pretend right now that you're age 29 to understand the illustration. So, if you're age 29, you put the same amount of money, 100,000, right? And then, after 9 years, you're age 38. Another 9 years, you're age 47. Another 9 years, you're age 56. And another 9 years, you're age 65, right? So, it doubles at 100, 200,000, 400,000, 800,000, and 1.6. But I want you to notice something. The effect of compound interest. If you notice here, the 4% became 400,000, and common sense will tell you if 4% will become 400,000, 8% supposed to become 800,000. But the money did not become 800,000. It became 1.6 million. So it did not double. It actually became 4 times. And why is that? Because compound interest earns interest, and the interest will also earn interest. So when your interest double, your income is not actually double, but more than double. I want to share to you another example here. What if your rate of return is 12%? And so if your rate of return is 12%, when will your money double? Yeah, you know how to do it. 72 divided by the interest rate, which is 12%, your money will double every 6 years. So at 12%, every 6 years, your money will double. So for the same age, the same amount, 100,000, you're age 29, when will your money double? After 6 years, which is 35, 41, 47, 53, 59, and 65. So 100,000 doubles every 6 years. And guess what? From the 8% that gave you 1.6 million, for the same amount of money, your 100,000 gave you 6.4 million. So, do you see the big impact of compound interest? For the same amount of money of 100,000, it earned 400,000 at 4%, but at 12%, you gain 6.4 million. So, you can say that if you were a wealthy person, you'll get 6.4 if you know how to save it properly or invest it properly. Now, a lot of people will ask me, but Joen, I like 12%, but where can I save 12%? There's a lot of, mark my words, legal things that you'll be able to save between 8 to 12% or even sometimes more if you learn how to do it yourself. So it's very important that you understand why you want to become wealthy. It's also very important you understand compound interest. Because a lot of people, when I ask them, what is the rate of return of your savings, most of the time they don't know. But when I ask them what is the rate of return of your loan, they memorize it. That's the reason why you cannot become successful, because you're focusing on your loan rather than on your savings. And when you will be part of IMG, that is what we're going to teach you. How to understand, how to grow your money, rather than just focus on the loan rate that you have. You know, most people, anywhere I go, I ask them, what's the rate of return of your savings? Most of the time, they don't know. But when I ask them about what's the rate of return of your loan, they memorize it. They even know exactly when they're supposed to pay their loan. And so compound interest is very important for us. There's a lot of things that we can teach you. If you'll be part of IMG, we will continue to teach you other things to understand how to let money work for you. But just today, ask yourself, you can see 4% is the red and 4% is the blue. How many people, friends, and families do you have right now that right now is saving on the red? And how many people do you know right now, family and friends, that are saving on the blue? And if you know a lot of people saving on the red, which is below inflation, right, will you help them save money on the blue? How about yourself today? Which are you saving right now? Are you saving on the red side or are you saving on the blue side? Every time you teach a person how to save properly from the red, you help the person save to the blue, you're actually helping them make money and change their life. Let me move into the next slide. A lot of people want to know about this. The next slide will tell you, do you know about savings and investment? A lot of people doesn't even know the difference between a saving and an investment. Do you know about mutual fund? Do you realize that the interest rate in savings account is currently too low to offset inflation? What do we mean by this? If you're saving right now at 1% and inflation is at 3%, you're actually negative 2%. And a lot of people do not understand, John, what do you mean by inflation? I guess to let you really understand what inflation is all about, it's really about the buying power of your money. You want to make sure that the rate of return of your money will be higher than inflation. Otherwise, you're losing money. There's what you call the right way in saving and wrong way of saving. A lot of people think as long as they're saving, they're doing good. In reality, no. Because if you're saving below inflation, basically what's going on is you're saving the wrong way. You need to learn how to save the right way, which is above inflation. What is inflation? Let me tell you. Maybe to let you understand a little bit, if you have 50,000 pesos 30 years ago, and you have 50,000 pesos right now, and you stock the money, the 50,000, both 50,000 before and 50,000 now, will probably have the same amount in terms of money. But the 50,000 before can actually buy you a house and lot. But the 50,000 now can probably buy you a restroom or a garage. So what happened to the entire house and lot? It was eaten by inflation. So you want to make sure that when you save, no matter what, you have to save higher than inflation. So the question now is, do you understand mutual fund? Do people understand what mutual funds are all about? And a lot of people thought that mutual fund is just for the wealthy. I'm not here to explain to you everything about mutual fund. But what I can tell you, it is not true that mutual fund is just for the wealthy. Anybody who understands mutual fund, even if you now have 500 pesos, for an average person, a middle earner, or even a minimum earner who can save about 500 pesos can actually be part of mutual fund. And they thought that mutual fund is only for the wealthy. You know, as what I said, we have a different class for what mutual fund is all about if you're part of IMG. All right? So I hope that you understand that this is one of the things that we teach. Another thing that we teach is, the question is, do you know about life insurance? And a lot of people think that they know life insurance. In fact, when they hear the life insurance, they run away because they think life insurance is an expense, not realizing actually that life insurance is also an investment. Life insurance is also a way to save. Long time ago, they thought that life insurance is simple, right? Long time ago, if you die, they pay. You don't die, they don't pay. Nowadays, it's totally different. Insurance has healthcare included into it. They have investment included into it. The problem is a lot of people do not know exactly what insurance they need Again, if you want to know about insurance, you got to learn how to do it yourself. Because if you let someone else do it for you, they'll say, if I represent this company, I'll tell you this is the best company. And if I represent another company, I'll tell you this is the best company. You don't know which is the best. At the end of the day, actually, the best is the one that suits you. And the best way to know which one suits you properly is to learn about financial education so that, yeah, you get it right, do it yourself. What about, they have another question about, do you know about long-term care? And a lot of people, again, do not know about long-term care. So if you want to know about long-term care, you got to do it yourself through IMG. But let me explain to you what long-term care is a little bit on short-term care. Short-term care is something that you'll be paying for the next 20, 30 years of your life. And that's something that the company usually give it to employees, right? And so you think that you already have health care because you have short-term care. Most people don't realize is that the minute they retire, when they need the health care the most, is when the health care of that company will no longer be there. So in other words, when you need the health care the most, it will not be there because short-term care is basically the master policy is owned by the company, and since you're part of that company, then you have health care based on that policy of that company. But by the time you retire from that company, then you cannot ride anymore on the policy of that company. So the time you retire, when you get old, when most people actually get sick, is the time they need it the most, is the time they no longer have health care given by their company because they have retired. So long-term care is actually a second layer. A second layer for you that while you're working right now, you also have long-term care. Long-term care is a policy for individual person that at the end of the day, whether you are still part of that company or you're no longer part of that company, you will continue to have health care because the policy belongs to you and it doesn't belong to the company. And you start to save for that so that the day will come that the company will no longer handle your health care. You now have long-term care to take care of you until, you disappear in this world. Again, there's a lot of technical part in long-term care. I'm just saying that most people, they only know one kind of health care, which is a short-term care. Most people doesn't know about long-term care. And it's nice to know the difference so that you can make the right decision. Again, if you want to know about long-term care, join IMG. Do it yourself. You got to learn how to do it, and we will guide you. And nowadays, we have a special platform for you to that understand all the difference between what is insurance, what is health care, long-term care, what is mutual fund under IMG. What about this? Do you know about the high cost of education? Well, you know what? The biggest issue of a lot of people is how to be able to save for kids' education. And what I will tell you right now is you can actually use different kind of financial products and you can actually you can do it yourself, DIY, do it yourself, and create your financial product create your educational product for your kids. Again, if you want to learn about it, you got to learn how to do it yourself. But nowadays, a lot of people are struggling because they don't know what is the best financial educational product for their children. And what the best way to know which one is the best is to learn how to do it. Another one that I want to talk to you is how to protect your future. And this is talking really about, do you know how to create your own will? A lot of people do not understand how to create their own will. And in fact, what really happens is that when someone in the family passes away, the brother, the sisters, instead of becoming closer, they actually fight each other. They can actually sometimes sue each other because there was no will behind. No will was left behind. So it's important that as you create your assets, you create your wealth, you need to understand also how to create a will. And again, if you don't know how to do it, you gotta learn how to do it yourself because no one else will do it except you. But again, IMG can also guide you as part of our membership is to teach you how to create your own will. What IMG is, I want to discuss to you the new world of IMG, what we call the membership revolution. Basically, a lot of people already understand that if they become a member of any kind of institution, most of the time they know that it will save them money. Nowadays, I don't know if you're familiar, in America they have this company called Costco, and people join Costco simply because they know they can save money. You know, some people here in the Philippines, they have what you call Landers, they have what you call SNR. These are all membership platform, which people become a member, and then they shop there because they're smart. They know that when they become a member, they'll save money. In fact, some people will even just join the Shakey's membership just to be able to save money. And there are some shopping out there that you become a member and they will give you points. And that points eventually can save you money because you can convert into some cash or some other things that you can buy. So IMG is a membership platform, but we're focused on financial education and giving you a lot of savings so that you can create wealth for your families. Let me share to you what are the different benefits by becoming a member of IMG. One, of course, is what we call the financial education. The first thing we do is we give you free seminars, workshops, things like this that you will go out there and have to pay a big sum of money just to attend a seminar to learn about financial education. We also give you books, or nowadays we call ebooks, to teach you how to handle your financial properly. So we have all these seminars as part. Becoming a member, you have a lifetime of learning from us for free. Another thing that we were showing you is what we call the free financial checkup. You know, a financial checkup, as what we said, is something very important. And if you were to compare it between, what's the difference between medical checkup and financial checkup? Big difference. You know, medical checkup is for health, financial checkup is for your pocket. Most people always say that there's more people sick in the pocket than sick in health. But yet, we focus so much in the medical field, which is good, but you cannot forget a financial checkup. If you have a once-a-year medical checkup to make sure you stay healthy, there's no reason why you should not have financial checkup to make sure also you're financially healthy and you're financially well. The problem is a lot of people have medical checkup once a year, but let me ask you, when was the last time you had your financial checkup? 5 years ago? 10 years ago? Or maybe, let me guess, maybe you haven't even had a financial checkup yet. So if you haven't had a financial checkup yet, you got to have a financial checkup. Why? Before it's too late. Because life changes all the time. When you inherit an asset from a family, you need a financial checkup. When your kids go to college, you need financial checkup. When you have a salary loan, you need a financial checkup. When you lose your job, you need a financial checkup. When you got promoted from a new job, you need a financial checkup. Financial checkup is something you need to do every day. I mean, every year, or at least twice a year. And if you can do that, you can make sure that you will be always financially healthy. And in IMG, financial checkup is free. Or we can teach you a do-it-yourself that you can do your own financial checkup. We're also accredited with the Associate Financial Planner of the Philippines, wherein if you want to become your own financial educator and you want to become a professional person in handling financial checkup, we also allow you to attend these classes, of course with a really big discount in order for you to attend these classes. Let me put this, an example is usually, it probably costs you a lot of money, but by joining IMG, it will be very little, as low as 1,500 pesos if you are part of IMG. So again, that's a membership benefit. Another membership benefit that we're talking about is the free gifts. If you're part of IMG, the minute you join IMG, basically, you will have a personal accident for free from 100,000 to 300,000. That's free for you. That's included in the membership. Another included in you is the 50,000 life insurance that's included, which also can become your memorial product. So again, that's part of your membership. And then we have the Vision Care, which is the free frame. So you go to our accredited optical, which is like the Los Reyes Optical, and I know that some Kaiser clinics have opticals also within it, and you get the free frame, and you get it 2 frames every year. So that again is part of your membership. And then on top, if you go to our Kaiser clinics, which is right now all over the Philippines, you also have free unlimited consultation. What do you mean by that? Well, anytime you go to the clinic and you consult a doctor, you never have to pay any consultancy fee. At the same time, you also get a discount on all your other diagnostic procedure. So that again is very important. You have access to Kaiser Healthcare. Access meaning to say we will teach you the short-term and long-term care, and you have a chance that if you're interested to purchase long-term care, you can do it as a member in IMG, right? So another things that we give you for free is actually access to MOS 18. MOS 18 is the term insurance by Manila Bankers Life. And this is a product that was designed, the MOS 18, this is actually a product that was designed exactly how to have the right insurance for you, and we will guide you exactly, and at the same time have a savings together with it. So it's a life insurance with a premium deposit fund that goes together, and we will teach you in the next event. But what we're saying, you have access for that. Another access that we can give you is actually access in mutual fund, wherein if you want to have access with mutual fund, the entry fee is zero load. What do you mean by this? Anywhere you go, usually, especially insurance company that has what you call variable, and you would put money in mutual fund, what you don't notice is they will charge you with a lot of fees. Guess what? If you're a member of IMG, the fee is zero. Why is it zero? Because you're a member of IMG. Another thing is, what do you call this? Right now, the minute you join IMG, automatically, you have 1,000 pesos in mutual fund as part of a member of IMG, included in your membership already. So meaning to say, the minute you become a member, you now have life insurance, you have access to our clinic, at the same time, you also have 1,000 pesos worth of mutual fund included in your membership. Another thing included in your membership, number 12 actually, is we're also accredited with Abacus, which is my trade. So for some of you who like to trade every day, you can have access to my trade for free under Abacus with IMG. Now, me personally, I do not do stock market. But that doesn't mean a member in IMG cannot do stock market. If they like to have stock market, they can be accredited in the My Trade, which is under Abacus, and you can DIY, do it yourself, and then you can do the trading. So it depends on you if you want it or you don't. So like any other store, like for example, let me repeat this. Let's just say Costco has a lot of products out there. Like us, we have a lot of products, but you don't need to buy the whole store. You might just join it because you like the hot dog or you like the pizza. So again, in the products that I've been talking to you here, you don't need to use everything. You just choose which one you like, but as a member, you know that you have access to this. Okay? So there's another one. The number 13 is what we call ozone therapy, which is inside some of the Kaiser clinic. And this is a specialized procedure. Again, if they are part of IMG, they get a discount to be able to have access to that. Another thing, number 14, is what we call the Dominate tool. Dominate tool is an online system in our platform that the minute you become a member, you actually have access to our Dominate tool, which actually allows you to email a lot of your friends and market the products that we have online if you want to. Now, for some people who doesn't know how to do the computer, you don't have to. But if you like to use it, you can still use it. And that alone has a big value because to be able to have a Dominate tool, it is very expensive. But because you're a member of IMG, it becomes free. And if what I mean, you become a member, we will have online schools for you that you can be able to learn more. That is part of our, again, membership of IMG. And discounts, we have discounts such as what we call the non-life product. Non-life products are what you call car insurance, fire insurance, different kind of insurance that you need right away. But let me ask you, when the last time you got a car insurance, did you have any kind of discount? If you're part of IMG, most likely we'll be able to let you save a lot of money just by doing it yourself in insuring your car insurance through IMG's platform. Why? Why are you saving in car insurance? Why are you saving in your house insurance, which is the fire insurance? Because of the word, do it yourself. We will teach you how to do it yourself so that you'll be able to insure your car in a respected companies, at the same time save on this cost. And what do you do with the savings that you will save from this? You can then put it in insurance, you can put it in mutual fund, and if the mutual fund will earn, then you will earn again, and then the more you earn, then the more you save. So it's very important that some of you has been owning cars for the past 5-10 years. Ask yourself, when was the last time you got a big discount from this? If you're a member, the membership platform allows you to save on this. And most of the time, people save a lot of money just by becoming a member of IMG. We also have accredited by some real estate companies such as SMDC, Ayala Land. And why do you want, if you are not a realtor, you'll never have any kind of savings. If you go direct to SMDC, they will never give you any kind of savings. Now, you don't need to be a realtor. Basically, you learn how to do it yourself. You buy from yourself. And if you learn how to do it yourself, you'll be able to save also. Again, there's a lot of ways to save, but the best way to save is to learn how to do it yourself. We have another accredited one. We call Haven of Infinity. This is a memorial company. And why are we able to save money? Because all this company, they would like our business because we give them the volume. So even if you buy just one small lot, it actually rides on to the discount of the volume discount that we get. So basically, as a member, you're riding on the discount. So with the Haven of Infinity, you actually get an average of 10 to 15% discount just by becoming a member of IMG. Okay? And we have some of the people that can guide you. They can teach you also. There's also discounts for that. And let me go into the services that we have. Everest is something we call concierge service for memorial. Usually, when you buy, a lot of people, they would not buy just life insurance, they would buy a memorial product because they would like an instant service that when something happens, they have someone to call and someone to handle all their memorial needs. Well, if you're a member of IMG, automatically you get the Everest concierge service for free. So what does it mean? You don't even have to buy a memorial product, even if you have a life insurance product, which is actually cheaper than the memorial product. The only reason why people would buy a memorial product which is more expensive is because of the service. What if you can buy a life insurance product, but then you can get the memorial service for free? So then that will save you, again, a lot of money. In fact, the Fidelity life insurance that you have that is free in IMG can be used to pay for your memorial services. So again, the Everest Memorial services is included in your membership for free. The service is free, but then that's the most important thing because now you already have the life insurance to pay for the services. So again, that's included. Another thing is the asset preservation service, which is the one that creates your own company, right? So basically, when we say create your own company, that's the one that helps you create your will for your family. That creates your asset preservation. Another thing, number 25, is our auto program. How do you like to be able to save a lot of money in the next time you purchase a car? Or do you know anybody who plans to purchase a car? Why are you able to get a discount through IMG membership? Because IMG membership has what you call certain corporate discounts or fleet discounts from different dealers. And basically what's really going on is that when you buy to a dealership, you're only buying one car, so hardly will they give you a big discount. But if you're buying it and you're allowed through the auto program of IMG, what does it mean is that you get the discount of the fleet discount. You're riding the discount of the corporate of IMG. We have experienced that some people can save from 5,000 pesos all the way to about 80,000 pesos. Some people save 30,000, some people save 50,000 by using the auto program of IMG. Again, it's part of IMG's membership. Why are you able to get the discount? Simply because you're a member of IMG. You know, we have a lot of exclusive products. Another thing I want to let you understand is the rewards in IMG. Why are we have rewards in IMG? Because another part of IMG, aside from all the membership benefit, is if you want to become your own financial educator. If you want to be in business in distributing some of our products, you can also earn rewards from this. So let me just increase this page, and you can see that, you know, one of the rewards in IMG is you can own your own business. You can become your own financial educator, own your own time. You run our online business, and hopefully you become debt-free. So aside from maximizing the benefit here, if you think it's also good for other families, you can educate them, and you can also make money as a financial educator, which we can train you also for free. So if you want to become a financial educator, if you become a member of IMG, we can also make you a financial educator. And as a financial educator, you can change a lot of people's life, help your family. At the same time, you also have a chance to travel the world. Understand that some of you can travel anywhere in the world, but it's nice to travel for free. And with IMG, if you become a good financial educator and you'll become successful, you have a chance to travel. And I always ask around, how many here, even you right now listening, how many here would like to travel? And everybody say yes. But the next question is, how many here would like to travel for free? And everybody says yes too. So in IMG, you have the chance to also travel for free with us because there's a lot of rewards. Why are there a lot of rewards? Because in the financial industry, as an educator in the financial industry, by default, it really has a lot of rewards. It goes to rewards as rewards that we also give watches, pins, we give rings to recognize. We believe in recognition. We believe on hard work, the people who work pretty hard. And we have also given, almost every year, we have provided rewards for cars. And that's something that a lot of people would like to achieve. And the best thing here is you can get it by helping other people. It's not something that you can get it by selling something. You can get it by helping people. You know, and some of us, if you qualify, another thing is, we also take care of our financial educator. You also get a free HMO in our company. And so those are the things that are very important. We things that we believe. These are some of the benefits that we have. And you can ask yourself, what's the worst thing that can happen to me if I join IMG? The worst thing that can happen to you in IMG is you get all these free things, right? And you learn something. Well, that's the worst thing, you know, is you learn something. What's the best thing that can happen to you in IMG if you join? You get all these free things, and who knows, by accident, you become wealthy. Who knows, you get to travel the world with us, you get the car, and you get all the rewards, and you'll have a big family and join our company. So again, that's what I said. The membership orientation is just a start of what we have taught you, but there are a lot of things that we can still teach you as we move forward. But ask yourself, you know, by joining IMG, what do I got to lose? Join our mission, our crusade. Our mission is really financial literacy. It's a campaign that we have that we're looking for a lot of people. We believe that there's a lot of people that are still do not understand the right financial education. We think that if we give the financial education, it will change a lot of people's life. You know, most of the time, only the wealthy people are being educated financially, right? We believe that financial education is not for the wealthy, but for everyone. If you believe that financial education is not just for the wealthy, but for everyone, you should join our campaign. You should join IMG. Our mission right now is we want to educate 10 million families by year 2025. And if you want to, we campaign not for someone, but we campaign against poverty. We campaign against ignorance. We campaign so that people have a chance to become wealthy. You know, a lot of people say that the rich get richer, the poor gets poorer. We believe we're against that. The rich get richer, it's okay. But the poor has a right to also become wealthy. Stay with us, join us, and change our world, change a lot of people, right? And right now, whoever send you this video, call that person, right? And talk to him how to join right away in IMG. And I hope to see you in one of our seminars. I hope to see you in one of our trips. And I hope to see you soon. And welcome to IMG membership. Thank you.